Hey guys, very good morning and welcome to my channel, and let's continue with the Playwright. And in the last chapter we faced some issue with the runner, right? So it's a very silly mistake. Let me quickly show you what the thing we have done. So basically what we have run, we run this particular command, right? So let me quickly run for you guys. Okay, I hope you can see. So this is the error what we are getting, right? And the reason is like the typo mistake, right? The playwright spelling I written wrong. So it should be playwright with this. Okay, so let's run again this command. So npx playwright test hyphen hyphen UI. Okay, so you should know this feature as well. Okay, I'm not using this feature a lot, but yeah, it's good to know all this thing. Maybe it will be useful in some cases. So see, if you run this command, so complete project will be visible here. All your test cases and folders will be appear here. Okay, so right now we are doing the UI automation, and later we will go with the page object model and API test cases. But let's see. So you can see all the test cases you can see here, right? So you can choose any one of them. So let me see visibility check. Okay, let's try to run. Okay, there are two test cases. Okay, let me run this particular case. Okay, so you can see only one test cases I can run from here, and you can just check. Okay, if there are, let's say, 5 or 10 test cases failing in your, let's say, end-to-end run, so you can come here and you can quickly manually run them one by one, and just you can just see if it is not running or something like that. So right now, see, this test case is failing here. Okay, so you can just see these are the screenshots. Okay, you can analyze, you can just see some action before and after. Okay, these things, there are some locator source and logs, all these things. So basically console logs, you can analyze. Okay, so in one go, you don't need to run each and every test cases from the command line. So you simply come here and just randomly select any test case and run from here. Okay, so in one go you can run one by one. Okay, so this is the advantage and beauty of running in this as this test runner. Okay, so see, yeah, so this is how you can just do. Okay, so it's a simple thing, right? So I think it's clear to you guys. Okay, logs are generating here as well, so it's okay. So this is the command npx playwright test hyphen hyphen UI. Okay, so this is a very simple one. Okay, let's now move to the more important point. Topic is filter chaining. This is a nice feature and very useful topic. Okay, so let's try to understand what is this filter chaining. Okay, let me show you what we are trying to do. Okay, let me show you. Uh, just give me 1 second. Here, close this. Okay, so this is our home page. This is the demo website which we are trying to automate, right? So let's see. Let me open the inspector. I will show you. Okay, so this is the class name dot column md12 hyphen a. So what I am trying to say here. See, these are the things one, two, three. Okay, so basically, see, I want to try to click one of them, test case, API testing, and XPath. Okay, these are the three buttons just below the search text box, and I want to locate them. Okay, individually so that I can click on them or I can do whatever I want to do. So if you see, if you're writing, see, this is the class name. I told you in the previous initial chapters, like this is the CSS is very important, and you should learn and you should know how to use the CSS locators because they are really very helpful in with playwrights. Okay, and they are so like they always run correctly. So what I'm doing here, this is the class. Okay, there are two classes you can see here. Okay, so you don't have to use both the classes together. You have to use any one of them, which is kind of unique. So if I'm using the first class, call hyphen md hyphen 12 arrow a. So basically I'm traversing within this class. So that's why I'm using arrow and anchor tag. This is anchor tag. So right now you can see how many results I'm getting. It's three. Okay, so I'm getting here three results. So one, two, three. Okay, so this is not a unique one. Okay, so you need to understand this is not a unique locator as of now. Now, let's now go back to the code. So here we have seen that right now we are getting three results. Okay, so this is our one of the locator. Let me write here only. Okay, let's try to understand the first filter chaining concept. So this is the main, or you can say parent locator, which we are able to identify, but right now they are giving three results. So it is giving a kind of list, right? So you need to reach, there are multiple ways. I already told you, you can use the nth and all these things, but let's try to understand the filter chaining concept as well. Okay, with that filter chaining also you can identify the unique locator. So what you need to do is you can use the locator, the parent locator, whatever you are able to reach or you are able to find, and after that you need to write dot filter. So basically we are going to filter on the result given by the parent locator. So right now in our case, parent locator is giving three results. So I need to filter uh, among only the three results. Okay, out of these three results, I need to find has text API testing. So I need an element whose text is API testing. So now let's go back to here. So see, this text is test cases, API testing, and the XPath, right? These are the three things. So I am just filtering out among all the anchor tags within this class. I just want to click on the second one, API testing. Okay, so this is called filtering. Okay, I'm filtering among all the probable results. So and now I'm fetching the text content of that. Okay, so all the text content of that locator, unique locator, will be saved in my locator. Okay, and I'm just simply printing out locator one. Okay, now second case is, let's see which class is this. So I hope this is clear, right? We will run in one go. Let me see which class is this now. We are getting five result here. Let's see. Div and span. Okay, let me write this complete because there are lots of classes, lots of element is coming. Okay, fine. So now what we are doing in this particular test case, we want to click or get the text content of notes REST API. So notes REST API. Okay, so I want to reach to this particular element, but with this CSS, with this CSS, like this class, div and span. So this is also a beauty. You need to learn these things as well. See, this is the class. Okay, this is the class. Under the class, there are several span. Okay, there are one, two, three, four, five, six or seven span are there. So uh, so before that there is a div. So under the class there is a div, and under that there are span. Okay, so this is the path I have given. But after giving this, I am getting five to six results. Okay, multiple, because see, all are span. But I want a unique locators. This particular I want to click. Okay, only on this one. So after that, you can again do the same thing what we have done in the first case. So filter. So the main locator, whatever the main locator you are able to identify successfully. So this is a list. Right now we are getting a list of web elements, right? So out of these web elements, five or six web elements, I want to filter out element whose text is nodes REST API, and I am just fetching the text content of that. Okay, so it will filter, it will go one by one in a for loop. Internally, it will go that one, two, three, for all the check. It will check everything and it will filter out this one. Okay, nodes REST API. So there are two example which we are checking here, and let's try to run this class and let's see. Okay, let's try to run in a what do we say, non-headed mode, headless mode. Basically it will be very fast and we can see the result also. No, I love headless because you can easily check quickly, and it will run fast as well. Okay, so this is running other test cases as well. I don't know why it should not run. Maybe I have not saved this class properly. Okay, fine, no problem. So let's go and see our test cases. Our test case name is this first row only. Okay, test filter for loops. So here is a test filter for loops, and you can see we are successfully able to fetch API testing. No, we are checking this filter chaining, right? Where is filter chaining? Okay, let me rerun this test case because there are lots of logs coming and it's become confusing. So let me rerun the test case. The output will be much clear. See, right now only one test case is running, so the output will be much more clear to us. Okay, see, we are able to fetch the API testing because we filtered out API testing. We are able to fetch the result, and the second one is Nodes REST API, and we are able to fetch. This is the output, Nodes REST API. So basically, this filter is working absolutely fine. Okay, so in case of list, if you are getting a list, you have several option in Playwright. The one I like is nth. You can just see locator dot nth, and you can give the like 1, 2, 3, whatever the count you index. Based on the index, you can fetch the results. But yes, in some cases filter also work because you can give the text as well. Okay, so this is cool feature, right? Dot filter. So I hope this is clear to you guys. Filter. Okay, and see, import is always this. Okay, I'm showing you again and again, so don't get confused. Otherwise, there is no import in the JavaScript test cases. Okay, so now let's go to the second one. Let's give only and save this class properly so that only second test case will run. Okay, so what we are doing here in this case, let's see. Okay, let me show you what we are talking about right now. If you go here, so basically these are the different row. So what we are doing here, this is the first row. Okay, see, this is the first row, web input test login row. So if you see this website, there are four blocks, one, two, three, four. So this is one row. Second row is like, this is the second row, then this is the third row, this will be the fourth row, this will be the fifth row. So basically there are a number of rows. If you scroll down and go till the end, there are number of rows. Okay, 15, 16 rows are there. So what I'm saying here, see, this is the nth which I am talking about. Let's see here. So this is the locator which will give you, okay, let me show you the count of the rows. How many rows are there? Inspect, Control F, and so I can see 17 result here. Okay, there are 17 rows. Okay, so out of 17, I am interested in only the first row. Okay, so which is the first row? This one. So what I have given dot nth 0. 0 is this index. Okay, starting with 0, counting start with 0. So so now this will be the top row for me. So all these four element I am able to capture. Okay, all four element will I am able to capture with this particular locator. Okay, example div and dot nth. Okay, and just to tell you one more thing, I'm just repeating because see, if ID is given, okay, if ID is given, so in terms of CSS, if you want to write, so always you have to write hash ID. So basically hash and ID. Okay, this is examples, this is ID. So you have to write always hash examples. It will become a CSS. Okay, you can directly use the ID as well, but this is how we use the CSS. And inside the hash ID examples, you need to go to the div. Okay, div. Now it will give again a list of element like 17 elements, and out of that 17, we are interested in the first row. So that's why nth 0. Okay, so now we have the four we have the top row which is having four elements. Now let's go back here. So we are opening the website. This is the website. Now I'm doing a loop of on those four elements. So these are the four elements. I'm doing loop 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and if you open this div, you can see there are another four divs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, four elements, four divs. Okay, so web, this is the web input, this is test login, this is test register, and this is forgot password. Okay, so let's see. So what we are doing here, I added a for loop. index from 0 to less than 4, because 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, only it has to be run 4 times. So starting with 0, so it has to be less than 4. Now, this is the parent locator. This is the parent locator which is giving 4 elements. So inside that, see, now this is a chaining of the locators, different locators. So this is a locator which is giving the top row. Now I'm going inside the top row. Now what is a class? This is a div w100. Okay, if you open this thing, you can see here is a class w100. I'm using just this one. Okay, this is one of the unique. You can just try to play with that. You can use h100, or you can try to use card custom or whatever. Okay, just try to play around with this. Out of these four classes inside this div, I'm using w100. Okay, so I'm able to find the w100 div.w100, because this is a div and this is w100. Where is that? Okay, so this div dot w100, this is how we are able to fetch this locator. Inside that, I'm going again h3 expand card title and anchor. So if you go further inside this class, see, let's open this one. Okay, let's open the second div, because I think we are okay. This is the for loop, so let's open the first one only, no problem. What class we are doing? H3 expand card title. So let's find H3. So inside the W100 we have H3 with the class is expand card title. So this is we will be able to find this particular thing, and inside that H3 we must have an anchor tag, this one. Okay, so this is the basically title link. This title we are able to reach here, H. Okay, so and dot nth index, because I want to loop for each and every element. There are four elements, so in the first case it will be 0, then 1, 2, 3, 3 till 3. Okay, so every time all the element will be iterated one by one, and we are just trying to fetch the text content of that. Okay, so ideally what should come? Web input, test login page. These are the text content you can see here, web inputs, right? This, then you close this one, it will be another div, second div. You go inside, try to find card expand h3 and this one test login page. Okay, so all the four element will be iterated one by one, and we should get the output. Okay, so let's rerun the test case. In headless mode, we are running it first row only, because it is first row only, right? Let's see. So you can see four title has been printed. What are these? Those web input, test login, test register, and the last one is forgot. So we are able to iterate one by one using the for loop and using the locator chaining. We are able to successfully achieve this thing. Okay, so this is the beauty of filter chaining. Okay, if you don't want to use filter chaining, you can directly give the complete css in one go, like here, and you can directly utilize it. Okay, but you should know how to use a filter chaining, so that you can go step by step inside the divs and you reach out to the exact div which you are interested in. Okay, so I hope this filter chaining and this locator chaining concept is clear to you. Let me show you another example which is nice. Dot only. Okay, so now what we are doing in this, I want to print these four, then another four, then another four, then another four. So basically I want to iterate on all the blocks one by one, and I want to try to print this. Okay, to have a good practice, I would suggest you should pause video here and try to solve this problem by yourself using the filter chaining, using locator chaining, whatever you want to use, just try to use, and just try to print all the titles in this page, starting from this and ending with, like, it's a long page, it's a very long page, so till here. Okay, this is, I think, the block. So try to print yourself and just see if you are able to really understand what I'm trying to teach you guys or not. Okay, so let's continue with our test case now. If I hope your test case is already running, and let's see this one as well. What we are doing here, we are opening the website example.div. This will give the total count of row 16, 17. Okay, whatever the total rows. Okay, one row contains four element, right? So these are the total number of rows. Okay, so we will print total number of rows. After that, we are using two for loops. Okay, if you are able to guess, it's a good. Otherwise, let's see the solution. We have to use two for loops. So the top for loop is it will iterate over the rows. So it will iterate over the rows from 1 to 15, 16. And in every row, there are four elements, which we have already seen in the previous example. So we have to use the same for loop, which we have used in the previous code, which will run from 0 to 3. Okay, less than 4 is 3. So only 4 times. So this loop should run 4 times, and this loop should run multiple times, like 15, 16 times. Okay, so let's try to, this is exactly the same thing, same locators, nth, and we are just fetching the text content. Okay, I hope you are able to solve, and let me run for you guys. Okay, better to run in headless, because in UI sometimes test case get failed because of some advertisement, lots of pops up coming in this website, so no problem. So see, so basically what I'm doing with zero count, this is the first loop. We are able to print the four top rows. Then this is the second for loop. Okay, in this OTP dynamic, to dynamic and about page. Let's see. This is the OTP, two dynamics and the about page. Third one is my browser, radio, drag and drop two times. So in the third loop, like see, these are the four titles. So basically we are able to fetch all the titles successfully. Yeah. So I hope you guys like this particular chapter, and this is really interesting to understand because uh, Playwright is giving really very, very good locators. So yeah, so this is running successfully, right guys? So let's, in the next chapter, let's try to see a calendar. It's going to be a bit difficult, okay, because calendar is always difficult, right? Means it's a headache to automate a calendars. Okay, you get lots of surprises, but let's try to solve using the playwrights. We have some good strategies. So see you in the next chapter, guys.